Hello, South Elgin High School, and welcome to Storm News. I'm Tarani Kalagara.
And I'm Beck Meinhardt. Today's September the 2nd, and we are back.
On today's broadcast, we have information on the new reassessment policy, school spirit, local businesses, and more.
Storm News starts
right now.
Well, thankfully, we have Amy in the studio to give us this week's weather.
So this weekend, we're going to have decreasing temperatures going from the 80s into the high 70s and a little bit of a chance of rain on Saturday. But besides that, we're going to see some sun and clouds. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Amy.
On a cooler note, this reassessment policy has changed.
But is it for the better or the worse? We have our very own Tegan Weiland, who had a chance to speak with Dr. Johansson about the changes.
The 2022 through 2023 school year has just begun for the students and staff of South Elgin High School. New rules and policies are being enforced, such as the current reassessment policy, where students should be allowed to reassess any summative within 10 school days from when the assessment feedback is given. According to Mr. Johansson, the principal of South Elgin High School, this added-in policy began because of the lack of consistency in reassessment rules in prior years.
And what we found is that consistency with reassessments, the students don't constantly have to wonder, if I have 5 or 6 different teachers, does that mean 5 or 6 different reassessment policies?
This rule is effective in every classroom, so students won't have to question what each of their teachers' rules are. The policy allows students to have a clear understanding within each of their rooms.
They'll know exactly what just one aspect of the reassessment guidelines will look like.
The organization makes things easier for the students, but also for others. Mr. Johansson shared how he had a hard time defending what the policy was because he couldn't really define what it was until now. This new policy of having 10 school days to reassess will benefit the teachers and students of South Elgin by creating a clear understanding of reassessment rules inside of our classrooms. For Storm News, I'm Tegan Weiland.
Man, I feel like the new school year has really been bringing down the spirit of the students.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard to get excited for this school year.
Here's Rebecca Kasuba, who talked to Miss Dreesen about how to get more involved with the school and get into the spirit.
As the school year starts, so do all the fall sports. Football is one of the most important sports here at South Elgin High School. Just last year, we made it to the playoffs. Our first home game of the season is September 2nd against Glenbard East. The student support for these games go a long way to up school spirit. Going to these games gets everyone involved in Storm Nation, where you can learn different traditions. My favorite is when people create signs to intimidate the other team or show support. Learning the fight song is one important tradition Miss Dreesen would like to add. So during sporting events, people can sing along and show their Storm pride. Getting involved is really fun and adds a lot to your high school experience. Miss Dreesen explains further.
As far as just like school spirit, we're just doing anything and everything we can to get people to want to come to different events, to want to be at school. So you guys, anyone can always come and email me ideas that they have or things that they've seen at other schools that they would like to try and implement. And our job between Ms. Mack and myself is just to kind of be that liaison between the students and the administration and make sure that your ideas come to life.
Storm Nation is for everyone. But there are certain roles in Storm Nation, like Superfans, where you get to lead sporting events with your peers. If you're interested in that, consider applying. But if you're not, still come to the games. I bet most of you have a friend in a sport, so you should go cheer them on. And with homecoming on the way, the hype for sports is ramping up. Mark your calendars for the homecoming game, September 23rd. Looking forward to seeing you all there. For Storm News, I'm Rebecca Kasuba.
Speaking of school spirit, one of the school's biggest cheerleaders, the band, is ready to take action on the field. Here's more on the story.
As the football season here in South Elgin starts, it also means that the Marching Storm begins their very own season. The band's director explained that this year's halftime highlight was focused around music by pop queens.
Still back and forth on a name for the halftime show, but I think we might go with Queens of Pop. And the first tune of the halftime show is Bang Bang by Jessie J, Ariana Grande, and Nicki Minaj. The second tune is Hello by Adele. And the third tune is Levitating by Dua Lipa.
As the new band director here at South Elgin High School, Mr. Lober looks forward to creating an enjoyable experience on Friday nights with the band, student section, football team, and coaches.
That whole football game and athletic band experience, an enjoyable one, and one that really gets the crowd going and into the game. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
Mr. Loper also had a few last words to say to any musicians at the school.
Join band. Any announcements for you guys out there? If you play an instrument, get in here. We're having a phenomenal time in here. Join band. We're going to make some phenomenal music, and you're going to see just what the South Elgin High School marching, not just marching band, but band program can do. And I'm looking forward to it.
Make sure to catch the band out on the field tonight. Speaking of tonight and the football season starting, here's Ava with the latest on sports.
The fall season is super important for South Elgin athletics. The football season kicked off last Friday on August 26th with a win against West Chicago. The final score is 51-0. Tonight we have a home football game against Glenbard East. The theme is neon. We hope to see you there. The boys soccer team has a game tomorrow, September 3rd at Naperville North. The boys are playing Oswego. Also tomorrow, the boys and girls have a cross-country invitational at Plainfield Central. Last but not least, the girls volleyball has an invitational at West Aurora on September 3rd. Come out to support your school's athletic teams.
Thanks, Ava, for the update. Hey, Ronnie, have you heard of the sports bar Bannermans?
I have not, but it sounds awesome.
Sure does. Here's Austin Walker with more information.
As a local gem and hub for live music performances, Bannermans has a place somewhere in all of our hearts. But word around the town is it's packing up its bags and moving away.
Not very far, though. This Pop and Pub is moving just down the street to the Brewster Creek Business Park, where it will have enough room to grow to its full potential.
According to the Daily Herald, the new bar will be 10,000 square feet and feature an outdoor stage. The bar alone will be able to seat nearly 400 patrons. We tried to reach the owner for comment to no avail, but we did receive a message stating that they couldn't discuss it until the village makes their final decision for approval on September 6th. If the town gives the go-ahead, the new location could be open as soon as May of next year.
The new location will sit somewhere around here on Hart Circle, atop 8.1 acres, and will only be a short 4-minute drive from the original location. If the village board approves this, you'll know where to find me. For Storm News, I'm Austin Walker.
Up next, we have more information on the new Crumble Cookie in South Elgin.
A Crumble Cookie in South Elgin? I can't wait.
Yep, here's our very own Karen Moore with more information on the new location.
Have you ever been to Crumble Cookie? A new location has opened in South Elgin off of Randall Road. They have different cookie flavors every week. Crumble first opened 3 years ago in Utah and has expanded to over 300 bakeries in 36 states nationwide, with new locations popping up everywhere. They also have many job opportunities. Employee Emily Leshin explains the jobs they offer.
We have everything from dressing the cookies, getting them decorated, to the cash register. They have the mixers, which is making all the dough that gets stored away in the fridges. There's balling cookies, which is a very long task and takes a lot of hands.
Crumble offers their cookies in different quantities. They also cater and offer online ordering services through their website and app. Crumble has a very welcoming atmosphere that many customers enjoy.
I actually think the staff are really nice. Everyone that I've run into is so friendly. Everyone is so nice.
If you're interested in a job, you can apply on their website. You can also check out their social media for more information, or if you want to request any cookie flavors. Otherwise, make sure to stop by the new Crumble Cookie in South Elgin to try the weekly flavors for yourself. For Storm News, I'm Kira Moore.
You may have noticed the streets of South Elgin littered with trash, but luckily they're becoming cleaner. Nick Martinez talked to the Schmidt family, a husband and wife duo doing their part to keep our environment clean.
Spring Street, a road that many South Elgin students use to commute to and from school. But like many other common roadways, the street has become filled with litter and trash from its many daily commuters.
The climate is in a crisis.
This is the Schmidt family. Their mission, to protect our local environment and promote the push of keeping our earth clean. Every morning, bright and early, they're out along Spring Street and through many local neighborhoods picking up trash that people have just thrown on the ground, knowing little about the effect they have on the environment.
The other reason we've done it is because we got to walk anyway, and we decided might as well pick up the stuff as we go.
For years, they have been advocating for making our world cleaner and have amplified their message with countless cleanup efforts in the South Elgin area. They have hundreds of ways you can help the environment by making changes to your daily routine and life at home. They encourage you to stop by and talk to them if you happen to see them along Spring Street.
To do justice, to love kindness, and to walk humbly. And I think that walking humbly is important with the environment. We recognize that we are part of the whole creation and all the species that are there.
Just like the Schmidts, we should do our best to protect and preserve our local environment so we can start cleaning our earth one couple at a time. For Storm News, I'm Nick Martinez.
That just brought me to tears. I think it's safe to say we stand the Schmidt family.
Well, don't start now, Beck.
Okay, well, that's all we have time for today. Once again, I'm Beck Meinhardt.
And I'm Tarani Kalagara, and this has been Storm News.